Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Tiara Nicole Riley. So, I'm your career coach. And what that means is for your career. It's not just about the job search process, okay? It's not just about the job search. So, want to take some time to talk about what to do when you get the offer, right? Couple of things. One, I want you to negotiate. Now, there's some language that you can look up, and I had an infographic at one point in time. I'll have to find that. But there's ways that you can communicate your excitement for an opportunity, but also ask for a little bit more. And this is why it's important to have an understanding of what it is that you're looking for to begin with, right? Before you go into that phone screen, you should have already given them your number so they know what to get into. When you're giving them that number, give them your top number. Do not give them a range. I'm looking to be compensated somewhere around the number. I just had to do it today. They was like, what's your number? And I'm literally in my head like, say the top number, say the top number, say the top number, say the top number, just say the top number, just leave it there. And so I said my top number, right? And then she let me know that, the range is somewhere, it was closer to my bottom number. But the top end of her number was 5,000 away from my bottom number. Would I accept it? Hell yeah. But now that they know that I think I'm worth more, they're going to come best and final. Okay, when we get to the offer stage. So always give your top number at the beginning of the process. Have a number. That's another thing with the phone screen. Have a number. Far too many times I'm doing phone screens with people and they're like, oh, well, what's the range for the role? What's your number? That's what I asked you. Okay? I asked you, what is your number? Now, I'm not saying you can't ask me what my number is or what my range is, because I do it personally. But not all companies are willing or able to give that number. So you want to have the opportunity to just share what your number is, right? Okay? All right, let's. So definitely have a number prepared. A great resource for that is Glassdoor, and you're able to, you can look up, if it's a bigger company, you can look up specifically this title at this company. How much do they pay? Okay. If that company doesn't have that kind of details, or maybe they don't have your title listed there, you can still look on Glassdoor, but you can look at that title in your city. And they can give you kind of just based on your experience, like this is what you should be going for. Do your research before the phone screen, okay? And if they post what the range is on their website, I always write it down because that helps you shape the discussion, right? It really, really does. So you should have already had a conversation with the recruiter about what your number is. But let's say it gets to the offer number and you gave them a range and they picked your bottom number. This is your opportunity to say, based on what I've learned in this interview process, I would love to be compensated at this number. I think it's really along the lines of what the role is asking for. There you go. Okay, there you go. Welcome. But also keep in mind, there are other things to consider. What does the benefits package look like? What does the PTO schedule look like? Another part of the job search process is figuring out what it is that is important to you. You might be willing to take a lateral pay, but it's fully remote. You know what I mean? Or you might be willing to keep. I've taken a job that was actually slightly less, but better peace of mind. Because at the time, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. Better work schedule, better peace of mind, better growth opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, you got to factor in what's important. And that helps you shape the negotiation stage, right? If, there's a lot of nuance and specificity that goes into the negotiation process. But I want you to think beyond just the number. I want you to think about what's important, right? Like, think about what's important to you and let that shape your discussions. So with that being said, hit me up. let's talk about your offer, right? Like, that's one of the perks to having me. If you go with the full package for my coaching services, you're able to have the negotiation. I'll walk you through the full onboarding process, the offer, the negotiation, and also benefits enrollment. Have you ever get to that process and you're like, I don't know what to pick? I can help guide you through that process. I can use my experience within the industry to help you understand what it is that you're signing up for, and make the best decision, and let you make the best decision that's for your life and for your family, right? Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this process. I hope you get the job that you are aiming for. Okay. And as always, if you are struggling at any stage of that job search process, hit me up. Just hit the link in my bio and we'll discuss. Okay. Thanks, guys.